So we said that there are 5 articulation points. There is the throat, the al-jawf. Let me open this for you, the 5 articulation points, so you can see the picture. Yeah, over here. So you have the lips, the tongue, the throat, the nasal cavity, and finally al-jawf. Al-jawf is the empty space inside the mouth. This part over here, both the green part as well as the blue part, all of this is al-jawf. This is the nasal cavity, the lips, the tongue, the throat. The throat is all of this blue part. The blue part over here, this is all the throat, and then the nasal cavity. Okay, we're done with the throat in the last 2 videos, and today we will talk about the tongue. So for the tongue, when it comes to the tongue, basically the tongue can be divided into the back of the tongue, the middle of the tongue, and the tip of the tongue. Okay, so from the back of the tongue, 2 letters come out. You have harf al-qaf, and then you have harf al-kaf. So if I go to my book over here, you can see that this is harf al-qaf. So harf al-qaf comes out from the back of the tongue and the soft palate. So over here, this part of the roof of the mouth, so this is like this bony part, we call this the hard palate, and this part where there's like meat, we call this the soft palate. Okay, so harf al-qaf comes out from the back of the tongue with the soft palate. So you go like aqq, aqq. Okay, qa, qi, qu. All right, and then harf al-kaf comes out from the back of the tongue, but its point is slightly like more forwards than harf al-qaf. So harf al-qaf is like here, and then harf al-qaf is like here, and then harf al-kaf is here, you see? So you go like ak, ak. Compare this with aqq. So you have aqq, and then you have ak. Okay, now what a lot of people do is they kind, if they have harf al-kaf, if they are reading the Quran and they have harf al-qaf, what they do is that they try to pronounce it from a point between qaf and kaf. So they go like from here. So it sounds like a mix between kaf and qaf. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure kaf is kaf and qaf is qaf. You want to make sure there's ak and then there's aqq. All right? Let me move on to the middle of the tongue. So from the middle of the tongue, there are 3 letters. There is harf al-jim, sheen, and ya. 3 letters. Aj, ash, and ay. Let me show you here in Sheikh Ayman Suwaid's book. Again, this is Sheikh Ayman Suwaid's book. He is the most famous Tajweed scholar in our times. So this is harf al-jim. So harf al-jim comes from the middle of the tongue. The middle of the tongue goes up like this. And one thing we have to know about harf al-jim is that, okay, number 1, what I can tell you is that for those of you like from English-speaking countries, let's say the UK, you want to make sure you're not saying aj, like James or George. It's not aj, no, it's aj. Like if you write it down, maybe it's going to look like this, maybe, I'm not sure. Basically, harf al-jim has this characteristic of what we call infijar. Infijar means explosion. Aj, you see this sound here? Aj. It sounds like an explosion. You want to make sure you're doing this characteristic to pronounce the proper aj. Now, if we move on, over here we have harf al-sheen. Again, the middle of the tongue goes up, as you can see here, the middle of the tongue going up. And a characteristic that is important in harf al-sheen is the characteristic of intishar. Intishar means spreading. Spreading. What we mean by that is, like we say ash, some people go like ash, ash. No, you want to spread the sound like that. Spread it out. Ash, ash. And to do that properly, you would have to use your lips a little bit, And I know that a lot of Quran teachers tell their students, do not use your lips. Your lips should not go forward whatsoever for harf al-sheen. However, I've seen Sheikh Ayman Suwaid's video on YouTube. You can check out his video. Just type in makhraj al-sheen, Sheikh Ayman Suwaid, and you will see him say that it's like it's not like a class in a studio. No, it's like a class, like a seminar. Like it seems like it was like a seminar for a lot of people, and you will see him talk about this. He said it's okay that your lips would go forwards just a little bit. So you don't want to go like if, let's say with harf al-waw and dhamma, both waw and dhamma. your lips really have to go forward, like أو, ooh. For حرف الشين, you definitely don't want to do that, but it's okay to slightly, just very slightly, you know, make your lips go forward. So you go like أش, شا, شي, شو. And remember, for us to practice any letter, what we do is we put sukun on it and hamza before it, hamza with fatha before it. So you go like أش. If I'm practicing أج, I go like أج. Alright, and then from here I can go to شا, شي, شو. Finally, for today's video, حرف الياء, again, the middle of the tongue goes up again, so you go like أي, أي, يا, يي, يو, أي. If I go back to my cursive, so again, from the back of the tongue we have قاف and كاف. From the middle of the tongue, 3 letters come out, أج, أش, and أي. That's it for today's video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.